We just had the third biggest day in generative AI history, behind only the launch of ChatGPT in November of 2022, and then the launch of GPT-4 in March of last year. ChatGPT-4o is a massive, massive breakthrough. It is now the fastest, smartest, and most multimodal AI yet, and it is the smartest by a lot. For the first time ever, that most advanced model is also available to free tier users, which is great. But the real killer feature is that O at the end of it, or Omni, which means it now extends to just beyond text. Up until now, talking with a computer has felt more like a speech cycle than a conversation. Pause, respond, pause, repeat. Now, for the first time, it feels like you're actually having a genuine conversation with the machine, and that machine can interpret the world around you. Check out this demo of a blind man getting around London using ChatGPT.
Is the king in residence at the moment?
Yes, it looks like the king is in residence right now. The Royal Standard flag is flying above Buckingham Palace, which is the signal that the monarch is present. How exciting to be there while the king is home.
Try and tell me exactly what they're doing right now, please.
Right now the ducks are gently gliding across the water. They're moving in a fairly relaxed manner, not in a hurry. Occasionally, one of them will dip its head under the water, probably looking for food, and then pop back up.
I even know when a taxi is coming with its orange light on. I think I'll hail it to get home.
Yes, I spotted one just now. It's heading your way on the left side of the road. Get ready to wave it down. Great job hailing that taxi. It looks like you're all set to go. That's a good dog right there, leading the way into the taxi.
This releases a massive shot at current digital assistants like Siri and Alexa. You can also add it to your home screen as a widget to your phone or your tablet or your computer. That means you can embed it directly into your workflow, basically mitigating a lot of the advantages that Microsoft had with Copilot being integrated directly into Office, or Google had with Gemini being directly integrated into Google's Workspace. So we're going to get really demo heavy here to show some of these capabilities. Like, check out this real-time translation. It is amazing.
Hey, ChatGPT, I'm here with my coworker today. We'd like you to act as our translator for us. So every time I say something in English, can you repeat it back in Spanish? And every time he says something in Spanish, can you repeat it back in English?
Sure, I can do that. Let's get this translation train rolling.
Hey, how's it been going? Have you been up to anything interesting recently?
Hola, ¿cómo te ha ido? ¿Has hecho algo interesante últimamente?
Hola, bien. Sí, un poco ocupado aquí preparando un evento para la semana que viene.
Hey, I've been good. Just a bit busy here preparing for an event next week.
Can you tell me anything about it? That sounds really interesting.
¿Me puedes contar algo sobre eso? Suena realmente interesante.
No puedo decir mucho, pero creo que el resto del mundo lo verá dentro de poco.
I can't say much, but I think the rest of the world will see it soon enough.
GPT-4 also has 20/20 vision, meaning it can interpret photos, screenshots, docs while you work. Check out this getting help with homework from Sal Khan's son.
I'm here with my son, and I'd love you to tutor him on this math problem, but don't give him the answer. You can ask questions and nudge him in the right direction, but I really want to make sure he understands it himself. And he's here in the room, so you can talk to him directly.
Of course, I'd be happy to help. Let's look at the problem together. Can you first identify which sides of the triangle are the opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse relative to angle alpha?
All right, so I'm pretty sure this is the angle alpha right here, right?
Perfect. That's correct. Now, looking at the triangle, which side do you think is the hypotenuse?
Really,
the hypotenuse?
I'm not totally sure. I think it might be this one, but I really am not sure. This side AC.
You're close. Actually, side AC is called the adjacent side to the angle alpha. The hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle and is directly opposite the right angle. Can you find which one is the hypotenuse?
It can also identify objects and teach you how to say them in Spanish.
Hey, my friend and I are learning Spanish, and we're wondering if you could tell us the names of these objects in Spanish.
Hola, por supuesto.
Cool. What are these objects in Spanish?
The objects you're showing are una manzana and un plátano in Spanish. Nice fruit choice.
Cool. What about these?
Those are dos polígrafos or dos plumas in Spanish.
New features, new use cases, new threads. You can use ChatGPT to guide you through step-by-step solving something like a computer problem. Every child of a boomer, rejoice. It can help you rework a presentation or interpret a spreadsheet. But if your organization has a lot of security features in place, like locking down machines, monitoring written communication, or maybe even outright banning AI from work computers, those are really no longer barriers that matter, which is another reason to embrace where we're heading instead of fighting it. Because if you fight it, you're going to lose. So get those AI policies in place, do some training, unleash your team. You'll be better off as a company for it. Next week, we're going to get into what Google's going to be announcing here over the next couple of days. Look at those demos. And until then, check out the rest of the OpenAI demos. Some of them are amazing. They're super cool. Keep learning. Stay curious. Talk to you then.